April 10th, 1815. The sound began at 10 in the morning. A thunderous roar that split the sky across the Indonesian archipelago. 1,200 miles away, British soldiers thought they heard cannon fire. They mobilized troops, prepared for battle. But the enemy was not what they expected. Mount Tambora had awakened, and it was hungry for destruction. This mountain had killed before. Its fertile slopes were built on a foundation of ancient death. In the village of Sangir, 12,000 souls lived in paradise. The Raja ruled his people with wisdom, but no wisdom could prepare them for what was coming. They had no way of knowing they lived in the shadow of a monster, a geological beast 100 times more powerful than Mount St. Helens. What happened next would reshape the entire planet. This is the story of the most catastrophic natural disaster in recorded history, the day the Earth screamed. If you're finding value in this, hit subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. April 5th, 1815. The mountain stirred from its slumber. Small eruptions cracked the morning silence. Ash began to fall like gray snow on unsuspecting villages. The earth rumbled beneath their feet. Children cried, animals fled. Local chiefs sent urgent messages to British colonial officials. Something was terribly wrong. The British dismissed these reports. Native superstition, they called it. For 5 days, Tambora's warnings grew louder, the rumblings deeper, the ash thicker. Villages reported strange sounds from within the mountain, like thunder that never stopped. The ground cracked. Wells ran dry. Birds disappeared from the sky. Still, the colonial authorities refused to act. They had never seen anything like this before. April 10th arrived with an eerie calm. The mountain seemed to hold its breath. By noon, the final tremors began. Deep, violent, unstoppable. The mountain was preparing to unleash hell on Earth. 100,000 people were about to face their final sunset. The warnings had been ignored. The die was cast. There was no turning back. April 10th, 1815, 7 o'clock in the evening. After 5 days of violent tremors, Mount Tambora was about to unleash hell itself. The mountain exploded with the force of 62,000 atomic bombs. A column of superheated gas and debris shot 28 miles into the stratosphere. But the true horror was yet to come. Pyroclastic flows, walls of death traveling at over 100 miles per hour. These superheated clouds incinerated everything in their path. Entire villages vanished in seconds. No screams, no escape. The ancient kingdom of Sangir was obliterated completely. 10,000 people died instantly as their civilization was erased from existence. But Tambora's reach extended far beyond land. Massive tsunamis surged across the Indonesian archipelago. 61,000 more souls perished as the ocean turned into a weapon of mass destruction. In a single night, 71,000 people had died. But this was only the beginning of Tambora's global catastrophe. The mountain's fury was only the beginning. As 1815 wore on, the true horror would unfold. 29,000 more souls would perish in the months that followed. Not from fire or ash, but from something far more insidious. The ash cloud had encircled the globe, creating a planetary shroud that blocked the sun's life-giving warmth. Global temperatures plummeted by 1 to 3 degrees Celsius. It sounds small, but the consequences were catastrophic. 1816 became known as the year without a summer. Crops withered in New England as snow fell in June. Across Europe, the same nightmare unfolded. Harvests failed, grain prices soared, famine spread like a plague. China's rice paddies turned to muddy graveyards. Entire provinces faced starvation as monsoons failed to arrive. Desperate families abandoned their homes. Mass migration began as people searched for food that simply didn't exist. Social order crumbled under the weight of hunger. Riots erupted in city streets as civilization teetered on the edge. The sky itself bore witness to the catastrophe. Blood-red sunsets painted the heavens in unnatural hues. Day after day, a perpetual twilight gripped the northern hemisphere. The sun struggled through the ash-laden atmosphere. Artists captured these haunting sunsets in their paintings. The volcanic ash had literally changed the color of light itself. Tambora had achieved something no army or empire, but Tambora's darkest legacy was yet to be written. As crops failed across continents, death stalked the earth with methodical precision. 500,000 additional souls would perish from Tambora's invisible hand. Famine, disease, starvation. The volcano's reach extended far beyond any explosion. But from this apocalyptic darkness, something unexpected emerged. Lake Geneva, 1816. A young Mary Shelley sat trapped indoors by endless storms. The year without summer had created the perfect breeding ground for nightmares. In that cold, sunless ghost summer, Frankenstein was born. Lord Byron, sharing that same apocalyptic atmosphere, penned the first modern vampire tale. Tambora had literally changed the climate of human imagination. Meanwhile, scientists scrambled to understand how one mountain could freeze the entire planet. Tambora birthed modern climate science, forcing humanity to see weather as a global system. Today we monitor every restless volcano, knowing the terrible truth. Another Tambora-scale eruption isn't a question of if, but when. If this opened your eyes, smash that like button and subscribe for more.